another stream. Pleasure, as always. I don't have a preamble. It's so funny, I have a little thing, you know my starting soon screen is has like a 3-minute timer on it. But normally I'm ready when I have to okay, I'll start the stream now. So I'll press the timer and I'll just do something for 3 minutes. I'll just be sitting here which is sometimes why in the little thumbnail you'll see the game moving is because I'm I kind of want to play the game. But I have to sit here for 3 minutes whilst everyone shepherds into the stream. But then sometimes I'm okay, if I'm sitting at my desk, I'm going live in a moment, so I will press play for recording, start the 3 minutes, and then I'll go downstairs and refill my glasses so I've got water and stuff. But then when I do that, I always start the stream hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Catch 22, you can't win. I'll just turn me up a little bit. I had to turn my microphone down yesterday because I got a bit giddy on the social stream. As I want to do, because I like to be giddy. Okay, so let's crack on with Winston. We have some inking left to do. I really like some of the stuff we did yesterday. This zip. There's just enough, no detail for you to see that it's a zip. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like in colour. Yep, I'm on the right brush. This is just going to be a chill stream until 2 o'clock, where we shall be going into Sloth's Shite Cinema Sunday, which apparently today is going to be a film called Dragon Quest, which I've never heard of. We'll see what it looks like. I bet it's shit. Probably is. That's the whole point, really, isn't it? I'm just going to sit back in my chair for once and try and remember to keep a decent posture. My worst thing whenever I'd say whenever I'm drawing, but whenever I'm sitting at this computer chair, really, is I have shocking posture. I'll sit up like this, or you'll see me down here in the stream, my head's on this side, and then I'll catch myself in the monitor and go, oh, why's my head there? And then I'll move to the middle, and then sit normally, and then I'll jump to this side. So fucking lazy. It's all the work I do, you know. Drawing skateboards. Can you tell I've never seen a skateboard in my life? We're on the Ghibli bullshit again. Now this wheel is for this skateboard. I think that's probably fine. It's probably fine. Then this wheel, I don't think you'd see it that close, would you? I would just see that. I don't think there's enough room on the back there to put a design for this skateboard. Why did I do that line like that? That's funny. What a knob. Oh. I'll leave it like that for now. Do it later. It's like the theme of the stream is, oh, we'll just do that later. We'll fix it after, it's fine. And then we forget to do it. So, I can't tighten this. See where it's tilted like that? Can't tighten it. Nothing I can do. It literally doesn't let me. Boo. Unless, hang on. Oh. No, that won't let me. I'll do it later. I'll try and fettle it later. because that's bugging me. It's all Allen key. You're supposed to tighten the monitor with Allen keys. That went really slow with that line. It's a little bit wonky. But we won't when I'm zoomed out. It's just going to zoom in. This has got those really cool like jet packs in his backpack thing that helps him jump. I always just assumed that he just jumps like an ape would jump, but after seeing that that cinematic for Storm Rising, it's like, oh he actually uses jetpack jump. That's cool. Cool little feature there. Too thick. Yeah, that's a little bit too thick just because it's in the background. You don't want strong lines in the background unless you're trying to draw attention to something or denote size. I need to go through yesterday's drawing challenges to see if there's any decent stickers. I can't quite remember at this point what we'd done, but I seem to remember Adolf Krittler. And normally if something sticks to my brain, that's probably a good indication that it's noteworthy enough for a sticker. I hope you don't mind me not talking so much, it's just because my throat got a little hoarse yesterday. This one has a purposeful funk because it's bending around his little belly. LSD Larry. The no cheese one? Yeah, I guess. Cheese doesn't really feature very much on the stream though, so I don't really know why people would use cheese. And I do have a finite amount of energy. Don't really want to be making stickers for the sake of making stickers. Especially when they're not actually giving me any money. I'm just doing free work. I kind of bailed on this foot, didn't I? And I feel like that's the kind of thing that people will probably notice if I don't sort it out. But it is going to have to take a certain amount of problem solving. not sure if that's going to come off alright. You're biased on the cheese one. Well, you fucking would be, wouldn't you? If I do say so myself, mine was particularly funny. Oh dear. Why have I done this in this particular way now? I seem to have taken leave of my senses. We're going to have to redraw this on the fly. I only remembered this because I was actually supposed to buy some protective skater gear. Because James got me some new rollerblades for Christmas. Well, I say that. James was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Well, I brought my rollerblades last year, so I'd like some more." And he said, "Okay, get what you want and I'll pay for it." Cool. So I got the most expensive ones. They're so pretty. So I suppose really this is literally based on the ones that I've seen in the shop that I was going to buy, but haven't got around to it. They've got like material, so like riveted onto material. And they kind of stretch around the leg, which, you know, was not very nice to find out that I have XXL requirements for protective skater gear, but, you know, do enjoy to eat. Doesn't need to be complex, does it? Come on, Cintiq. Don't be naughty. I don't know if turnips are a thing for skaters. Like, I like turnips. I like the idea of turnips. I think they're cute. See how it just... Oh, you can't even see it. It just twists slightly like that. That's enough to screw what I'm drawing. I'm actually holding it in the back like a pad. Promise I'm not blaming my tools. I need new tools. Maybe I should put my stream money towards a new tablet. Because this one is out now. Like, it is old. It's an old boy. gosh, this is tough. Perspective on that foot is wrong. We've googled this. I say we doodled this. We know what a gorilla foot looks like. The only problem is, in Overwatch, that's what they've done. That's how they've done his foot. We need to go outside of Overwatch to fix this problem. But we will fix this problem. We are not going to go ahead with bad sketches. Oh, yeah. So, if it's a hand, it's going to look like this. So, it's going to have this kind of arch that a hand would have. And the fingers are going to splay out as if a hand was like pressing, you see, like pressing down like that. The fingers are going to have to splay out like that. Unless he's standing on the ball of his foot, which actually he probably would do if he's at rest. He wouldn't be standing on the heel of his foot instead of the ball. Heel of his hand, heel of his foot, heel of his foot hand. So that's probably going to be a bit more flat instead of peaked. Which means that the fingers can splay out a little bit more. So if we've got standard digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that last one can splay out a little bit more. Because you can stretch your little finger and this finger can splay out from the hand. Especially if you're drawing a hand like this. And you've got your thumb there. And you've got your hand. You can always put 3 fingers together. And then the little finger can always be like spread out. So normally you don't really pay attention to what your little finger's doing. So if you're like gripping a pen like this, you can have the little finger do whatever you want and it doesn't affect the main articulation of the pen. It's kind of a nice way to display character. Like if a character's holding onto something, what would they be doing with that little finger? If it's like this, like where it's bent up like that, what does that convey to the character versus if something's been gripped fully with that little finger? So in this sense, you wouldn't see his thumb, because apes have this massive part for their thumb. It would be here. Ish. Be flatter than that, and be smaller. And then all we need to do now is fit the fingers in. Like I say, apes have these really big fingers that go smaller at the end. And then this one's split out a little bit. So that's how his hand, foot thing, his foot hand would look. Probably put these two together, and then have these two separate, and then maybe just a barely visible thumb. Now let's see if this will fit where we want it to go. So let's take the leg. Oh, okay, fine. See how that looks. Because we can always redraw the pants. That's possibly the best I'm gonna do. Looking at what you can see on that picture there, that's the reference that I'm working from. It might be a bit bigger. Something like that. A bit bigger, actually. I don't mind the trousers covering most of the foot, because they probably would on a skater. In fact, they might even come right up to the knuckles. That's probably more like it. Just twist it. It's hard to see when there's so many bloody armtrails. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like when it's sketched. Monkey head. Foot thing. That is going to be a bit problematic, I think. That needs to be a lot straighter. Straighter, and then he draws it wonky again. They have really small tips to their toes. I don't think this is going to work. I feel like maybe the creators of Winston probably had the same problems and therefore didn't make his fingers ape-like. Literally doesn't work, does it? Look at that. Even though we've done it closely anatomically correct, I should say, it looks awful. Right. No, I haven't done. I think I know what's wrong. Oh. There. It's this one. Let's bring this forward instead of out. Let's try and stick with our original plan. Cut it in a little bit there. And these two could possibly be separated, I think. this will go under a little bit more like that. Which means it wouldn't be this far up. That seems a bit better. And then let's not have this as far this way. Let's try and have the whole thing coming forward. Which means that that probably will come forward as well. From the knuckle. That's probably a bit better. I'll get rid of some of these confusing lines. So that we can see what we've actually drawn. This one still needs a bit of work. That's the problem with having sketch lines everywhere, is that as awesome as it is to keep hold of your sketch lines, your ink is going to be one line. And I think that's possibly why I've been working with chunky lines for as long as I have, because chunky lines can just get rid of a whole host of mistakes. When actually, that's why I don't tend to work with thin lines in the way that I am doing right now, is because if I have to choose one line amongst these sketch lines to draw, it's a lot easier for me to get it wrong. Just flip it back and see how that looks. Does it look straight? Oh, hang on. Got a red dot there. Stray dot. Don't need that. I thought I had another stray dot, but it's just where my Cintiq's day. Oops. Okay. This is still kind of hard to see in my brain. Oh, you know what we've done? Oh, we're so stupid. We've made it a human hand. We've not made it a monkey paw. Monkey palms are longer. Therefore, the knuckle will be much closer. God, we are idiots, aren't we? I think that means that the perspective has changed somewhat. We need to bring it up, not flat. At the moment the perspective is like here. We need it to bring it more here, you know what I mean? You can cheat. We'll start with the cheat and see if that works, and if it doesn't work, we'll redraw it. Nearly. Trying to get the perspective online with the hands, like the forward facing hand. That's a bit better. Let's try doing that. See how this looks. So he has a hairy foot. Got it. By Jove. I think we've got it. It's a bit small. But I like that. We've got the perspective right. Let's just make it a little bit bigger. Gosh, them dogs are barking again. I don't think they're coming through the stream. No, I think we're alright. Right, last try. Let's go with the old college try. I can hear the neighbours outside now about shouting at the dogs. What is wrong with you? Why are you barking? Because you shut them in a garage, lad. They live their life in a garage. And they're dogs, not a commodity. I think maybe it's a little bit taller. Alright. Problem solving at Styles. Oh, imagine having hair in between your toes. I'm not gonna give him nails, because I don't think that would suit him. I think this would go higher. I think the ball of his foot would be a bit more prominent than that. That's why I'm struggling with the thumb, because I don't think you'll actually see much of the thumb. No, you would see more of it than that though, wouldn't you? Maybe I was right the first time. I think that might do. Fur is a bit wrong. Because this is how I would normally draw fur, but that's not how we've drawn it on Winston this time, so we need to be a bit more consistent, don't we? There's a lot more sweeping. 2 circles. It's a bit more consistent, isn't it? Oh, take a drink. I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything. I think we're done. Inking wise. Right, so the next job, after we save it, is to start putting in some flats. And I absolutely love the process of colouring. It's one of my favourite things to do. So the first thing we need to do is colour the background a mid-tone. Any mid-tone will do. That way, even if the colour that we're laying down is white, which I think I will do a pale colour. Yeah, that'll do. And now what I'm going to start with, I'm going to colour this the way that I used to colour at work, which is to create a silhouette as a base. So that's what we'll do. Create a silhouette. Oh, you know what I need to do though? I'm being daft. Oh, no. Not that daft though. Redo that. I need to choose a pencil tool which doesn't have anti-aliasing. Change the size down. That's better. Looks choppier, but when it comes to filling these flats in, it will be much better. Also, you can see there's anti-aliasing on the ink layer on the black line, which means that when I go through the line, it'll be a lot more obvious, which is good because we need to be clean with our flats. Because everything that we do, all the colour that we lay from this point on will be on top of this silhouette layer. We're going to be using this silhouette layer for everything, for the shadows, for adding the separate, because we've got to put this silhouette layer on, and then we need to, and then we'll probably make that. I usually make the silhouette layer the whatever is the colour of it is whatever is the largest amount of colour or skin colour. So in this instance with Winston, I'll probably make the silhouette layer the hoodie colour. But normally, because it's the bottom layer, I'd make it like a skin tone, and then the clothing goes on top of the skin tone, so that I know that it's layered correctly. Because when it comes to painting, if you have a skin tone layer, because obviously skin tone has like reds and greens and greys and blues, it has loads of other colour, it's not just peach or brown or whatever the skin tone is going to be. And if you've got a skin tone base layer, you can get a really big dramatic brush, like a watercolour brush, or something that you're going to blend with, like a nice gouache. Just slap all that colour on there without worrying about going over the lines. And then blend them around and mix them around and get them into the places where you need them to be. And that's the same with like whatever flats we do. Like for example, if I'm gonna kind of half paint the flats and do some cell shading, so hopefully it adds like 2 layers of depth, which is what I used to do. I say used to do. That's what I've most recently done, but I haven't done it in years. I think it'll probably come out with a good effect. I feel like these Overwatch characters are made very similar in that way. That like they look cell shaded, but actually if you look at it, they have texture to them. might add like a dual light source as well, just to make it a bit more dynamic. There are tools and plugins you can get that makes this like easier and automatic, but I really like the process of it. When I was a kid, I used to do a lot of tracing and be like, look what I drew, when actually all I did was just trace something, but got me into art. And it led me to this, which is why I'm tracing over my own work, which is nice. The worst thing about watching someone do this is whenever they leave something undone, like they've left something behind and you're like, no, you missed a spot, and they never find out, and it goes to production with that glaring mistake on it, and nobody knows, and nobody notices but you. I can only use the eraser when I go over on the outside, because if I use eraser on the inner, the eraser adds aliasing, which we need to avoid with this pencil, which we've chosen the pencil tool to avoid aliasing, so I can't be rubbing out anything that's on the inside, because that's going to be paint bucketed once it's all done. Oh no. Just need to tidy some of these up. Don't know why I've done that. That's what happens when you get a bit happy with the rubber tool. I'm such a doodler though, I'm such a sketcher that I just tend to do everything on one layer. I'm so, like, I can see that there's no audio peaking whenever those dogs are barking, so I'm glad they're not being picked up by the stream, but maybe I should tell the RSPCA my neighbours or something, because they bark all the time. I wonder if there's like rules and regulations for keeping like working animals, like the conditions they have to live in and stuff. Because they're dogs and they pretty much live in a garage until they're taken for a walk. I mean, I want to be a nice neighbour, but also, you know, I love dogs. I love animals. I'm well okay with being seen as a cunt if it means those dogs are looked after properly. I remember in my last place, the neighbours were so nice. They used to feed us and everything. They used to give us, like whenever it was Eid, they were Muslims, and whenever it was Eid, obviously they'd like feast at night. And Mumtaz, who was the kind of matriarch of the family, she would she'd always bring over like a plate full of food late at night. Not so late, like after midnight when they would be eating. So she'd be bringing over a plate of food before they'd eaten, because they wanted to share the food with us, because it was Eid. It just struck a chord with me so much. Like those neighbours, and their kids were loud, and they used to have like 5 cars, so it was always hard to park outside my house. Honestly, they could get away with murder just because they were so nice. kind of miss living there, but like one of the reasons why we lived there was the distance from town, and obviously town has been closed for a year, so I have been thinking recently, like, did we move in the pandemic to make life easier for the pandemic, and then not really think that, like, well, actually, pandemic's nearly over soon, so maybe it's a bummer that we moved out of the city. I say out of the city. Well, I'm like a 10-minute drive from the city. I can go to the city if I want, but and I'm working a lot more remote. And my business have said even after everyone's been vaccinated, everything opens up, they're still not going to expect people to go back to working the way that it was. They're going to let people do like remote work a lot more often, and I'm probably going to end up doing like 1 day in the office or 2 days in the office a week. Right. This is where we find out if we've managed to silhouette everything correctly without any missing pixels. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Yay! We did it! The reason why I call it a silhouette is because it's a silhouette. But that's cool. So now, when it comes to adding shading, like cell shading, all I need to do is control and click on this layer, control click, and then everything, like I've captured the whole of the model. If I wanted to do like small cutouts, I could hold Alt, and like say I want to do these trousers, I can hold Alt and just kind of cut that out. Or I want to do the hoodie, I just cut everything out except the hoodie. Like the hands, the head, blah 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 blah. I would do that and then maybe control D it. I'm not going to. Same with our place, they've already booked at 50-50 working. That's interesting though, because like I think they can get away with more still. I always think surely businesses should be looking at like business rates for buildings and stuff and go like, we could actually save money here. I don't know. I think that's what our business has. I think our business has realised that they can save money by getting a smaller office or something. Right. Now, I'm really enjoying colouring. I'm going to just label that layer inks. Because I'm going to have a bunch of colour layers. What's that? Oh, that's from yesterday. Whoops. I'll get rid of that, I don't need that. We'll keep the sketch layer for now, just in case we need it. We don't need to do any destructive design. They still want 50% in-house for mental health reasons. Interesting. Why do they say mental health reasons? Have they justified mental health reasons? Like, or have they just said for mental health? Because for some people's mental health would be greatly improved by not having to be in the office. So whose mental health are they insisting they're looking after there? Because as a mental health first aider, that seems like a bit of a dubious reasoning to me. Right. I am going to make some clipping masks, actually. Create clipping mask. And I'm going to do the hoodie separate, because I think it feels weird not doing skin tone at the bottom layer. So they know you are seeing different people and having water cooler chats. That's a bullshit business reason if you ask me. What companies should do if they want to promote mental health within their workers is give people like duvet days and allow people to, you know, finish early when they need to without having to justify it or make an excuse saying, oh, I'm sick. That's what you should do to promote mental health. Promote not working when it's important to not work. And for a workplace to do that, I don't think I've ever heard of one. I would love to hear about a workplace that's doing that. You hear about loads of workplaces that understand the work-life balance. Excuse me. Where they say like, oh yeah, we work hard, we play hard. It's like, when you dictate when people work, like what times people work, you're setting restrictions on that play hard. Like, some people would prefer to play hard, you know, during the day and work during the night. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with them doing that. You just need to facilitate it. That's all you have to do, is to say, yes, you can do that. And workplaces won't do it. Because they're terrified that people are actually going to not do work. They're going to get paid to not do work. And it's like, well, compensate for that. Have something in place for that to happen. You don't have to tell people off or baby them or manage them. If someone isn't doing work, you manage that. That's what management is for. We have flexible working, so you can accrue hours and take them back elsewhere. Yeah, a lot of businesses do. I understand that. I mean, it's good that they have that. I'm not diminutizing that at all. I disagree with the idea that they're forcing people back into work to promote mental health. To me, that just says that some people's mental health is more important than others. That's not the kind of blanket statement that promotes good mental health. And it's funny, like, people talk about good mental health in terms of, oh, well, you know, good mental health means giving you time off, and that's the only way that you can promote mental health. 9 times out of 10, yeah. Yeah. That's how you can promote mental health. Let people work less when they're overworked. Don't overwork people. Hire enough people. If you don't have enough money to hire enough people, scale down your business. If you're scaling down your business, maybe have a look at your target market. Well, maybe that's just me being anti-capitalist as usual. Oh, did I do that in the brush tool? What a knob. What a knob I am. Look at that. See, this is what we were trying to avoid. See here? This line? That's the anti-aliasing. That's where the paint bucket tool is going. We can go up to that line but no further because that's like an incomplete pixel. And I can't marry that pixel to the next pixel. Now, there's 2 ways you can fix this. You can either do the paint bucket tool again, which will tell it to overwrite the next pixel along. So do this. Which in this instance is fine, because you see here we've got this lovely thick line. If I was to hide the lines, I'll show you what it's done. Oh, where's the inks? You see how that's like a rough edge there? If I undo... if I undo that extra paint bucket tool, get rid of the inks, you see it's nice and fuzzy. And then I'll use a paint bucket tool, it's made it choppy. Fuzzy, choppy, fuzzy, choppy. 9 times out of 10, you want to avoid that, but because we've got these nice lines, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to double check everywhere where the where the lines are over here. You see there? You might not be able to see it, and I'll zoom right in. See there where the purple has gone over the line? We can just get rid of that. 9 times out of 10. Oh, also here, look at that. Let's go back to the pencil tool. Colour that in. Now the reason that's not colouring in, because it's actually an issue that we've missed on the silhouette layer. But when I colour the silhouette layer in, it colours the purple in. You're never going to have to worry about this level of detail because I have literally zoomed into a group of 20-30 pixels. But for anyone who's a perfectionist, that would probably drive you mad. But then just learn to let go. Now I'm just going to double check these lines. See here? There's some more. Get rid of that. just because whatever colour that we end up putting on underneath, it may be more or less obvious. Oh, what have you said, Mike? They're not forcing us back into the offices yet. They have said when we return it will be a change. Agree on the facilities point. I can see our place closing an office in future. Fair enough. I mean, I'll be honest, I miss being in the office. Sometimes. I'll probably very quickly regret saying that, but, you know, I miss seeing people. And the place that I'm working at the moment, you know, I started remote. When I say I miss being in the office, I've actually never been in the office at work. But I miss the office environment quite a lot. But that I'm quite extroverted, so I enjoy that kind of thing. Right, that'll do. Don't worry, by the way, these are flat colours, they're not staying that colour. I'm purposefully choosing bright contrasting colours so that I can tell the difference. Make another clever mask. Why not? Pencil tool. Good. Good to go. I don't know what Kibble this song's from. Look at that. It's a bit too sloppy, I'm afraid. Now we'll do this face part as though it's like an item of clothing, just because it is kinda on top of the hoodie, like the beard comes down over the hoodie, so we'll do that face part. But it's gonna share the skin tone of the rest of it. I should have done something cool with Winston's beard there. I might have made it a bit fluffier. Probably have, but that's probably more my drawing style than any intent. Same here, I see the advantage of home working, but there are times where it would be better to do it in the office. I want to go into the office for like meetings. But I've said to my manager, I've been open with my manager about it. I said, like, I'm so like personable and chatty that I would prefer to, like when I'm in the office, that'll be my DOS day. Like, I will not get much work done when I'm in the office, because I'll be willingly distracting myself by talking to people. I get some stuff done because obviously I don't have other distractions, like I won't be doing the laundry whilst I'm working, which is sometimes something that I do. But yeah, like total transparency with my manager, I'm like, if I'm in the office one day a week, then that's one day a week where I'm probably not going to be doing much designing. I'm going to be doing a lot of meetings, workshop facilitation, consultancy, that kind of thing. Probably not a lot of designing. I could give Winston like a different hair colour, couldn't I? For this bit. Do I want to do that bit? I feel like I do. Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm going to delete one of the ink lines there. There we go. Lovely. Blueface Winston. And next I'm going to do the accessories. But let us, now that we've established the skin colour, bam. So now the skin colour and the... In fact, actually, I'm just going to, for the sake of differentiation, slightly change the colour of this part of Winston. Just for my sanity. And then last but not least, I think we'll just have an accessories layer where we put all of the accoutrements onto the piece. Lovely. No. Sloth's film is in 45 minutes. Hi Lulu, welcome to the stream. Oh, I'm doing grand, how are you? How's your week been? We're just colouring in a Winston. Having a hashtag lovely time. It looks a bit funky right now, but I promise it'll all come together. We're just laying down some flats. Very important. Oh my god, I could make him like a 90s skater. How awesome do these colours look? Doing good, thanks. Sitting right now. It's been alright. How's your week? My week has been good. Took a couple of days off work towards the end of last week just to kind of recover. Not from anything in particular, just like I say, like duvet days. And I feel very recharged. I was a little bit gutted on Friday because a friend of mine was supposed to be visiting for the first time. Well, since lockdown, really. But she got a migraine and she didn't make it. But we have plans to see each other on Monday. So hopefully all being well, we should have a good time there. And watch our programs. There's a new series of a TV show called Call the Midwife that started a couple of weeks ago, so we've got probably, I think by the time Monday rolls around we'll have 2 episodes to watch, which I'm very excited about because I haven't seen it. It's only released once a year and they only release like 6 episodes a time or something, I don't know, something silly. British series are always really short compared to American series. Seasons, they say, don't they? But yeah, other than that, we did social gaming yesterday and that was pretty fun. That's why my throat is very hoarse, because obviously as usual I got a bit too excited. Started shouting. Which is what I do. Well, not shouting, howling with laughter I should say. Before I intimidate people. Oh, dog's alright. Do let me know if you can get those dogs on the stream. I am keeping my eye on the levels just whenever they bark. Oh, thank you, Lily. I do take care of myself. I'm pretty clued in with the state of my body, and I know when I need a break from stuff. That's why I cancelled the social stream last Saturday. It was just because I needed a bit of a break. And like when you're hosting stuff, like I love performing. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely adore it. My ego adores it even more. But you know, in order to do credit to what you want to serve and to the people who are giving you their time and attention, you need to be able to give them that energy back. So I kind of recognize whenever I can't perform that I'm like, if I have the chance to take some time off from that, I will take it. Because so often when I was doing comedy or when I was like hosting drag or stuff like that, I wouldn't have that time. I wouldn't be able to go, I'm actually not going to do my gig tonight because, you know, there'll be a lineup and I'll make a name for myself. That's why I feel quite bad for comics, to be honest. I don't do stand-up anymore, but like, I know a lot of gigging comedians and they need to keep going, you know, they always have to do their job. And their job is being this high octane performer. I'm lucky to be able to say, actually, I'm going to take this evening off when it comes to streaming. Oops. Now I'm doing this as an accessories layer. But the main reason I'm doing this is because when it comes to painting, it'll be a lot easier when all of these components are on separate layers. You shall see. I don't know whether I want to do like the... Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the logo and I'll do the badges. This one's going to be more difficult because the line's really thin. I might zoom in for this actually. God. I might play more Red Dead later, but I might also I might just spend the day on 14 because I've been really enjoying that lately. I've been having peaks and troughs, and I don't know whether it's just the fact that I know that I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to do now in 14, or maybe it's just because more people are on because there's more stuff that needs to get done. I'll do my relic grind. I've been having fun with Red Dead Online though. And actually, it doesn't seem like the community is as toxic as like GTA. Maybe I haven't discovered it yet, I don't know, but yeah, it doesn't seem as bad. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who has any other experience. That'll do. Don't know it actually. It's Red Dead Redemption. Well, Red Dead Redemption 2. And it has like an online mode. You know, like GTA 5 has GTA Online, which is basically just GTA, but they've made it into like an online thing. Well, Red Dead Redemption seems to be the same. Except, I don't know, maybe it's the aesthetic or the fact that it's like more, there's more history involved because I'm a bit of a history nut. Maybe, I don't know. But you can do like fishing and animal trapping and skinning and postal delivery on horseback. It's just cool, like American frontier stuff, I guess. But not quite frontier. It's like Midwest, like Wild West. Oh, okay. I only know GTA 5 RP from the No Pixel server, which I didn't find toxic at all. Oh, that's interesting. But I could imagine the regular GTA Online servers to be toxic. Yeah, people call it really toxic. It's got a huge issue with hacking. Like, Rockstar don't seem to give a shit about hacking in that community, so it just seems to like nobody gives a shit, basically. That's the impression that I got. And when I've tried GTA Online, that's been my experience, is that the hacking has just been so bad that it's unplayable. But I haven't had that experience in Red Dead. And they have solo missions, but it looks like the story missions, like you have to play with other people, and I don't have any friends that play it, so that's a shame. Oh well, I'll just do that online matchmaking and hope that it's all fine. Perhaps Red Dead 2 attracts a different audience. Yeah, I reckon so. It feels like it's a little bit harder of a game, to be honest, to get into. It's a lot slower to get into. Like, you need to be rank levels, the same thing. And you need to be rank 14 in order to get a fishing rod and learn to fish, which is just another form of getting an item. Makes sense for regular GTA. Yeah. Like I say, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the aesthetic. I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption, like the first one. I had that for Xbox, but as is typical with me a lot of the time with those kind of games, especially like story-driven open world games, once I've unlocked all of the areas that I can explore in, I don't bother with the story anymore. I just like free roam. My friends and I used to play we'd play like GTA 4, and we'd all take it in turns, like to see who can die fastest. So like, oh, it's I killed myself running from a moped into a car, or in the most creative way. So like spawning a helicopter and then ramming it into a bridge. And that was good fun. The other dedicated servers are custom and have an active community working on them. I think that's a different spirit. That's cool. I like that. I didn't know they had different servers. I just thought that you connected to a service. Like with Red Dead, I haven't seen that you can connect to any kind of specific server. But I suppose it makes sense that they would have different ones. Makes sense to me anyway. There we go. For anyone just joining, we are currently colouring a Winston. We're doing a Skater Winston from Overwatch. For anyone who doesn't play Overwatch, he's a big old ape character. We're just laying down some flats at the moment. These are the final colours. I think we're probably going to kind of semi-paint this bad boy. Because I do want to do cell shading, but I might put a layer of simple shading first to augment the cell shading. Because like I say, if you look closely at quite a lot of the Overwatch character stuff, that's kind of how it is that the flat colour is never flat colour. It does actually have some texture and some shadow painted on. Oh, actually, it's just the zip. This I am lovingly calling the accessories layer. Well, I'm not going to call it the accessories layer. I'm not going to name my layers. That would be lame. I'm a renegade that fucks things up at the 10th hour because he didn't name his layers. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. I feel like it would behove me to do the backpack in a separate colour. Just because it's behind him. And if I make this a clipping mask, this is really funny, watch this. Oh. Forgot. I need to move that clipping mask underneath everything else. That worked in the end. Been daft. I'm too picky to accept that, I'm afraid. Leave that as it is. There, that's better. Alright. Now, let's start putting some colours in. Let's start big and work our way small. So, the hoodie. What colour should we make the hoodie? Like a skater hoodie, I'm imagining it being black, but is that basic? Because Overwatch, I reckon I can make some pretty cool like Overwatch branded stuff. You know, 'cause it's got like the Overwatch badge on it. I reckon I could make that cool if it was like a, not black, but like off black. Like black doesn't have to be black, if you know what I mean. Let's use gouache, because I like painting in gouache. Now the first thing we're going to do is lay down the entire colour. That's still a little bit too dark. That's better. Because if you start with dark, you can't go darker. You need to be able to go lighter and darker. Also, if we're adding two-tone colours to this, you need to be careful. So where's the light going to come from with Winston? I think probably just like around here shining down, so it's mainly going to hit his face. Which means that this area is going to be lighter. Now we're just adding some rough colours to give us an idea of where things are. Quite a lot of light on his chest, but it is going to stop at his chest. because everything else kind of falls on the wayside there. Mix on the canvas. There we go. And then we'll not do any shadow actually. We will. Tiny bit darker. Teeny tiny. Super tiny. I don't think it needs it. The smallest amount of darker. Oh, actually, I just need to make that a bit lighter as well. So we essentially have 3 tones on this so far. We've got light, we've got dark, and we've got the mid-tone, which is kind of the default tone. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? No. Oh well, we'll just have to be careful with that. You know what, we tried to take a shortcut, we shouldn't have. Let's just get rid of that. Trying to wimp out on the work. Let's lock those. Not transparent pixels. There we go. We'll go all the way to the edge actually. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I'm happy with that. Let's try and stick with that. Let's try and stick with that 3-tone idea of mid-tone, light, dark, and just see where it takes us. Because it's got this kind of conal front chest, which I think I want to preserve in this skin. And now, whilst we're here, I'm also going to do these patches. So, Overwatch symbol, when it's on dark, is white and orange. It's not going to be white, it's going to be off-white like this. orange. What kind of orange is that? Yellower. Like that. Will do. Keep there. I actually might tone down that white a little bit, to be honest. That's a bit better. There we go. That looks more like it. I don't know what colour I want these guys. I don't want them to stand out, is the important thing. Which is why I'm doing them like these neutral beige, browns, pales, earthy colours. That'll do. And then let's do the jeans next. Next up, jeans. Oh, because jeans are easy. I'm lazy. Darker denim. These turn-ups are normally lighter. When I zoom in, you can really kind of see the grainy texture of the gouache, which I really like. Your brain is melting, you need a break. Take a break. Have a chill. Oh, I also need a break. I left my window open all night, which meant that it was nice and nice and chilly in my office this morning, so I could get away with wearing my big fluffy jumper. Because I normally don't get to wear my big fluffy jumper because I'm normally too hot because I'm too fat. It looks like it's really cold in my office. I love it cold. I absolutely love it when it's freezing cold. It's quite often too warm, so yeah, I really don't mind it being chilly. It's going to be quite close to white in some places. There, that'll do. That's a chain. I'm not necessarily sure what to do with these skateboards, to be honest. They're normally grey, like a mid-grey. Oh, what the hell? Oh, we did not lock that. Transparency. What a fool I am. Ooh, actually I seem to have a really good colour there for the underside of the board. I love a cold office or the cold weather in general. That's a tough one. I like cold weather because I can get away with wearing more layers. And I like layering. I prefer to do that. So I suppose I prefer the cold weather, because cold weather equals cold office more often than not. So that's probably a fair comment, I think. Don't think that quite works down there. Let's get a mid-tone. Ooh, I like how that looks, but we're gonna have to redo it a little bit like that. And then the white colour's gonna have to go around here. There we go. I'm not as much of a fan of warm weather, if I'm honest, just because, well, A, I have rosacea, which means that my face just burns all the time. And B, because I'm of a larger stature, I find it much more difficult to cool down in warm weather. So I'm not so much of a fan, really. Oh, 1 second. Ugh, sorry. I'm starting to get more sniffly. You love hot weather. I suppose you're in the perfect place for it, really. Your summers are quite warm and your winters are quite cold. From what I remember. Well, I'm kind of generalising actually, like, whenever I've gone east into Europe, it's always been very hot summers, very cold winters. Would still prefer a cold office during the summer. Well, yeah, see, that's it. You can't have it all, can you? I mean, everyone likes summer, but to be cold. Like, everyone would like nice and hot, but also where they are to not be uncomfortable. That makes sense to me. But gosh, I've just noticed the time. Well, I can use an AC. See, air conditioning isn't that common. Like, well, domestic air conditioning isn't that common over here. We don't have AC units in our homes. Some people do. Right. I might call it there actually, just because. Just because I need to get some tea. Sloth's Shite Cinema Sunday won't be starting until 2, so we've got a little bit of time, but I'm gonna actually suggest that we raid into Red. Red is playing Apex Legends, which is always fun to watch. Oh, actually, Queen Eliana's doing an art stream. Give me a second. Let me have a look. Yeah, Queen Eliana's doing an art stream. If you want to watch some art, let's do that. Why not? We can pick this up. Sorry, Lily. I'll be back. I won't be live tomorrow, but I'll be live on Wednesday. Might even be live on Tuesday. I don't know. I'll have to decide. It's up to the other raiders, but we'll see. And you'll get channel points, so you'll be able to do stuff with that. But yeah, let's raid into Queen Eliana, and I shall. What? Let's say goodbye. I shall catch you guys later. Thanks for sticking around for the art stream. Have fun studying and chill out, Lulu. Remember to chill out when you can. Righto. It looks like they're in Photoshop as well, so that's going to be fun. So I shall catch you all anon. Hashtag lovely time. Thanks for using the sticker. Bye.